Hello and welcome back to Premier League prediction game week number 23. This will be my predictions. Bournemouth taking on Nottingham Forest will be the first fixture of this game week. Bournemouth coming into this game week seated on 7th, while Nottingham Forest, as you all know, surprising everybody, seated on 3rd position. Bournemouth coming back from that massive win against Newcastle United 4-1, while Nottingham Forest did win by beating Southampton Wanderers. Two teams that are so much into attacking football. The last encounter ended up in a draw. That's the first match in the Premier League season, and I cannot look further than the same results. Gonna go down the middle in this, a draw for me. Brighton taking on Everton. Brighton seated on 9th position, while Everton on 16th. Both teams coming back from respective wins in the previous fixtures. Massive win for Brighton, 3-1 against Manchester United, while Everton, against all odds, did beat Tottenham Hotspur. Everton, with the new manager, won their last game after a long time, while Brighton, from all indicators, they look like a team who was always good away from home. Going down the middle again, a draw for me. Liverpool taking on Ipswich, first taking on 18th. Two late goals from Nunes did ensure that Liverpool maintained their winning streak at the top of the Premier League table. Ipswich received a 6-0 beating from defending champions Manchester City. Liverpool back to their winning ways, while looking at this Ipswich team, you could tell that Ipswich is a team. There are always performances in this Ipswich team. The question is whether they're gonna turn up. But I'm gonna go a Liverpool win, 3-0 Liverpool win. Southampton Wanderers taking on Newcastle, of course, 20th taking on 6th. Southampton, from their last game, they did play so well. Though they lost that match, they have shown that they can put results together. The only problem with this Southampton team is that they cannot play well in the full 90. While Newcastle were beaten by Bournemouth 4-1, shocker, last Premier League weekend, and they will be looking for a reaction, especially when they will be taking on Southampton Wanderers. My prediction, 4-1 Newcastle. Arsenal taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers, was Arsenal being the home team. Last weekend, we saw Arsenal throw away a 2-0 lead to draw 2-2. Yes, there were controversies later stages of that game, but Arsenal looked like a shaky team who's got another beating from Chelsea, 3-1. And this one is going to also be scrappy. Arsenal have to be in their A game to win this match, and I'm going to give them an edge, 2-1 Arsenal. I'm sorry, Wolves. Manchester City will be taking on Chelsea. This is going to be the biggest encounter of this Premier League weekend. Manchester City being the favorites on paper because they'll be playing at home. They beat Ipswich 6-0 in their last Premier League encounter, while Chelsea did beat Wolverhampton 3-1, and they'll be looking to cement their place in the 4th position. I know Chelsea have this thing against top teams, and especially Manchester City. If Chelsea can go to the Etihad and apply their press, which has been so impressive throughout the season, Manchester City will not be having any answers because they have struggled with teams that press against them. My prediction would be a draw, gonna go down the middle again. Crystal Palace versus Brentford, 12th versus 11th. Crystal Palace is a team that has really reincarnated themselves. They are in form, good run of form, while Brentford has been a thing of hit and miss. And it's so difficult to know how this one is going to go. Palace playing at home, I'm going to give them a slight edge. Crystal Palace to win 2-1. Tottenham versus Leicester City. Tottenham, of course, in the mud. Defensive issues still persist within the team, but the players, the rest of the players also needs to step up. They lost their last game against struggling Everton, and while Leicester, they seem to be losing against everyone. For this one, I'm going to give an edge to Tottenham. Tottenham win 4-2 because I know Leicester can score goals. The problem is they can't overscore an opponent. 4-2 or a win in favor of Tottenham Hotspur. Aston Villa versus West Ham, 8th versus 14th. Aston Villa did come from 2 goals behind to draw against Arsenal at the Emirates. West Ham have been beaten twice this season by Aston Villa. Aston Villa playing at home, you could think that that gives them a little bit of advantage. But again, have to remember that Aston Villa were involved in the Champions League encounter midweek, and so they will be coming into this game with tired legs, while West Ham will be coming in the fresher of the two. I still think that even with tired legs, Aston Villa will scrap through this one. I'm gonna give them an edge. 2-0 Aston Villa. Fulham will be taking on Manchester United. This was going to be the last encounter of this Premier League weekend. And this is an encounter of mid-table. 10th taking on 13th. Fulham did win their last game against Leicester, while Manchester United did also win their last game against Southampton Wanderers. When you expect Manchester United to win, they don't. But when you think they are flat, then they surprise everyone. So Fulham, a good team. And this one is hard. This one is going to be difficult to predict. But Fulham playing at home, they look a more organized team than Manchester United at this moment in time. And so I'm going to say 2-1 Fulham. Let me know what you think about my prediction. Leave your suggestions and comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you in the next one.